cliche stuff, right? Meme type stuff, but still true, not any less true. That when you're in your older years, you never look back on your life and regret the things that you did do. You look back on your life and you regret the things that you did not do. And if anybody in here has ever lost a loved one, if you had the opportunity of a week of uninterrupted memory-making time in a special destination with that loved one time, for the bargain price of 82 grand, most people would spend it. Most people would pay that. So build emotional value over and above nuts and bolts and logical value. Emotional value comes first. But still, then after we've got into this, once the 8,200 is down here and we've made it all just a little bit more palatable for them, then we can go back to taking our 1247 times 30 plus our 82,199 and breaking it down to I think it's around 3,400 per vacation if they're doing a 2-bedroom winter. Yeah.
You want them to write 2
Yeah, I'm going to get to that right now. Does that make sense? Or dividing it by the 20 nights or however it is that they're going to use it. Getting them into the price per vacation, getting out what the price per vacation would be anyway. Better than this, if you guys haven't gone on to Expedia and printed out prices for Arco, oh, you can't wait, they're sold out next month, can't book their spur of the moment. Go and print out the prices for Grand Velas at the $700 per person per night and actually show them. I'm selling you that beach at a higher level of quality, a higher level of service, and right now there's no new Cabo, it's just the one property, and this is what those rooms are going for. And you're locking it in at $3,400. So then you go back into the value building of that. Thank you, Allie, for reminding me. One other thing on your T-sheet, in the top hand corner you've got the 2 lines for the inventory and whatever else, where usually we write the 1247 and the 2,900 points. Yes? Yeah. This is a good place because it says inventory to write 2-bedroom winter and do your hybrid pitch. Everybody knows the hybrid pitch? Yes? If you need some polishing on your hybrid pitch, then get with Newton or Allie or Jorge and they can go over that with you. But anchoring your point values to the inventory and it being the best of both worlds between traditional timeshare and the tangible and the flexibility that points have to offer tied together in one beautiful membership that our marketplace has genuinely, truly never seen. Very innovative. Different than anything else. So please don't tell me that your timeshare is the same as mine, because it's not.
You want them just retouching back on the hybrid pitch, or do you want it not addressed previously? Because originally we're touching.
No. I'm not talking. Excuse me. Thank you for asking. Just to clarify, I'm not saying that you do all of this and then do your hybrid pitch. I'm doing this as a side note because I didn't mention it earlier, that in this space, because you typically are going to write 2-bedroom winter, 2,900 points this before we do any of the price breakdown. So when you're filling out that corner of the T-sheet is when you'd want to go into your hybrid pitch, which would supersede everything we've trained on up to this point. Make sense? Okay, very good. And that's really the heavy lifting of this pitch, you guys, is putting on that $82,000 performance and building the value. After that, it gets pretty simple. This is a good place to call for management assistance. Stay on your table, stay on your table, stay on your table, stay on your table. No need to come running over here to grab worksheets that you can never find anyway, that you all just dig through and then leave laying on the desk. You can just call us over, Now, if they're at a place where it's like, Bridget, they absolutely love this, $8,000 it's just not going to happen. But if we could get, on their terms, if we could get somewhere in a $3,000 down payment, if we could get something in, maybe a $300-400 a month, we'd have their business. And if they're like a yes, absolutely, you would have our business, and we're not talking about an equity exchange. If that's the case, then we're not going to bring over the first visit incentive certificate. I'm not going to bring you the $4,500 first visit incentive certificate. I'm just not going to bring you that. I'm going to come over with both of these, a 12 and a 17. And you're not just going to go into 12 and 17, you're going to put them together, and 12 plus 17 is 2,900 points. 23 and 31 is 54,990. If I can earn your business today on all 2,900 points, your price won't be $82,000, it'll be $54,590. It is a huge cash incentive for you to sign up with us during the presentation today. Don't skip that step. Build your value on the 2,900 points. You're going to know you did an amazing job building the value when you're offering every single person a 1-year price freeze if they don't buy the 2,900 points. If they don't buy the 2,900 points, you know you did it right up to that point because they want the price freeze on that 2,900 points. And let's give them those pricing freezes, you guys, because those serve our in-house department and serve the member in future upgrades, which is good for us all the way around. Even good for you because you get paid on those upgrades too. However, subject to approval, if you purchase during the presentation, it's not a guarantee, but there's a chance that I could split this for you. And that's why Bridget brought both over. You said we needed to work on the down payment. You said we needed to work on the monthly. There's a chance that I could break this up for you. We have to fulfill our 2,900 point commitment to our developer. We have to. However, if you wanted to take a look at this one or at this one, there's a good chance that Bridget would be able to sell the other half of it to somebody else in the room who's in your same boat and still keep that 2,900 point commitment. Which one of these would you be most interested in? And always better on a choice close than a do we buy it, yes or no, versus which one do we buy? This one or this one? Yeah, which one do you want to buy? That's perfectly acceptable verbiage, Vince. You don't have to get all fancy with it, even though you do have an extraordinary vocabulary.
You brought the money on the 10% on 8,200.
Naturally, Enrique, this is what we want. This is what we want. This is the down payment. But because we don't want to blow anybody out of the water that doesn't have the propensity to do that, now if they can, they can. Leave it alone. And that's why you've got to be present and pay attention to the body language and be in tune with what's happening on your table. But if they can't, they can't. And then but it can't be smaller than this. This is the minimum deposit. Well, we could only do 5 and that would really be scraping by. Well, then it sounds like I have absolutely no opportunity at earning your business this week. Sounds like there's no frickin' way you're coming back to buy this. Nope, no frickin' way. Awesome! Who never wants to hear that shit again? Yes. That's fantastic. I mean, if we don't increase our average sales price by 16 grand, this whole thing is worth it just to never have to hear that again. Let's get your card. We'll be back later in the week. No, you won't. Let's make sure of it. No, you won't. You're not coming back later in the week to buy this. So this is one option, right? Like they're genuine, they're in the deal, it's the right money box, it's not a bullshit money box. We know we're on to something, right? And we're not just dropping for the sake of dropping. It's not that they only travel 1 week, they only travel 1 week, they're only traveling at 1 week. That's not what we're looking for. It's this is what's affordable for them. This is what's affordable. Could we do something for them? And this is a subject to approval move. Bridget brought both of these over. We've got to sell the 2,900 points. 2,900 point first visit, you're going to save almost $30,000 to the $55,000 from the $82,000. That's our big first visit incentive. Better yet, maybe we could divide this inventory up and help somebody else out in this room today if you buy one and they buy the other. Which one do you want? And Playhouse on that. Bridget, we're looking at 17. Can you see if we've got another buyer for the 12? Bridget, they really like the 12. Can we see if we got another buyer on the 17? And then you do everything you would ordinarily do from here based on what would it need to look like. Are you going to use our own financing? How much could you leave today? Everything we've been doing for as long as we've been doing it. Make sense? Okay. Otherwise, this is coming over with your first visit incentive certificate, $4,500 off, taxes, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you're at your $2,900. I would urge you guys to hold back a little bit on the second set of points. We don't need to give those away as quickly and as freely as we have historically. But anybody and everybody who ever goes in to do a triple, you must assume that the second set of points have not been explained and the stipulations have not been explained. So if you are going into a triple and you're using that second set of points as a tool to get your deal, then make sure that you are explaining the HOA,